Hey guys, happy day one of witchathon, blessed Imbloc. If you hear noises in the background, I have a hiccuping baby currently, but I just wanted to do a quick check-in with you guys and to start off this vlog. It is the first Sunday. Currently so far it is like 10:30. Haven't really done much today. I woke up around 8, kind of a little bit later, just kind of relaxing and just mostly stayed on the couch with him after nursing him for a bit and reading a bit of a middle of the night. Finally got my Libby hold back, so I'm back to reading that. I had it on pause for a few months because I am trying to get back to only reading one book at a time because of just being too busy with him now. I don't really have the bandwidth to read multiple things at the same time, or really much time to do a whole lot of what I used to do. But I am at 65% in on chapter 20, and I'm not sure if it fits any of the prompts for witchathon, to be honest. I haven't really looked, other than I kind of get, I don't know, remember if the setting is during like fall, winter time, but I get kind of like a cold weather type of feeling from the book. I'll just have to like do a little bit of digging whenever I get done with it. And I am currently working on a pair of socks with some leftover yarn. I'm making him a pair of socks to match ones that I finished a few days ago. I finished the first one last night for him, so I'm starting on sock number 2. Our plans for today, I think we're gonna go out to the store because I'm feeling a little bit stir crazy, or I feel like I just need to get out in general, and we have to pick up a couple of things anyways, but the rest of the time just really depends on how he is doing. So far it's been a pretty chill morning. He hasn't been really super fussy, but yeah, I do have a video to edit. I did a life update video that I still need to edit and post. I'm just kind of posting videos as I finish them, to be honest, because who knows when I'll have time to do most things anymore. But I have a few things I would like to get done. I'm trying to also get the witchathon rounds pre-planned, which I already have all the prompts pre-planned. I just don't have the videos recorded ahead of time. And I am trying to get all the rounds on Storygraph as challenges for this year. Really the only videos I tend to plan to have scheduled out in advance are the witchathon ones, if I can get them recorded and edited in a timely manner. But we will see. Yeah, this is my last week of maternity leave, so I'm trying to kind of take it as I go. Take it as words. I'm losing my words. I'm just trying to take it easy. Stoic is starting daycare tomorrow as well, so I'm not entirely looking forward to it. I'm kind of sad that my maternity leave is ending because I just want to stay home with him. But have to make the money because we are going through a bit of a job change for Jordan. So one of us is at least going to be working for a bit while the other one is making some changes, which it was about time anyways. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to update. Really the only plan for like celebrating Imbloc, I may do like a candle spell, or like grab at one of the candles that we have and I'll light it for Imbloc. But overall, I don't really see us doing much. Might get a sweet treat when we're out to celebrate the time. I want to pull down our Valentine's Day decorations. We don't have very many, but I want to pull those down and decorate this week as well, because Imbloc technically is today and tomorrow in most places, so I would like to try to get some decorating done, but that just really all depends on what all I get up to, because I don't get really a whole lot of things done during the day anymore. At least not, to me it doesn't seem like I do anyways. But anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling at you guys and get back to reading for a little bit before we head out to the store. Touch my hair, make me feel. Hey guys, it is later in the day, 5 o'clock. We had gotten home just not too long ago from going to Walmart for some stuff. Got some pictures printed that I've been meaning to get printed for a good while, and just some other grocery type stuff. This light is not helping me out any, apparently. Oh well. So, but yeah, we didn't do a whole bunch of... Walmart was, of course, super packed, so I was not feeling the greatest. I don't do well in super large crowds anymore. It just drains my energy so bad. I'm trying to get it where the light's not as terrible. But I did get a decent amount of reading done earlier today before we left, because I was stuck underneath a child having the boob barnacle attached. So I think I was on like page 209 in the Kindle copy of Middle of the Night. I'm on page 262 now. I'm at 73%, and I'm enjoying it. I had no issues picking it back up after it being a while since I had last read it, since it went back on hold. And let me pull up the story graph challenge just to see if this would fit any of the reading challenges for Witchathon. If not, it will fit for the ABC readathon, because I'm trying to loosely join in other readathons throughout the month. We'll see how well I actually do. Okay, so read a book that has a new parent main character, a book with a light source. Definitely doesn't have anything like that. Read a book that embodies the goddess being Brigid. Nothing like that. Read a book that uses one of these themes listed in the notes. Renewal, purification, planting seeds, creativity, welcoming spring. Doesn't do that either. Read a book with these symbols or colors on the cover. White, pink, red, milk, butter, bridges, crosses, hearth fires, and lambs. Definitely not. And the last one, celebrating the Sabbath with different activities. Yeah, definitely none of these are fitting. So that's unfortunate, but at least I'm going to try to get something done. Let me go into the book's synopsis and see if it says anything about when, like, what time of year this is. Because the past is in the summer, but I don't think it actually says like when 30, it just says 30 years later. So it doesn't look like it actually says like when the 30 years later is, like what season it is. So I don't know. We will see how I can figure that out. I am going to start making dinner here soon. I think we decided we're going to make our like throw together curry since it is pretty chilly here in our part of Florida. And yeah, I don't know if I'm actually going to get to really do what, like, editing my video today. It might be a tomorrow thing, to be honest, because I'm starting to feel kind of tired, and who knows what else I want to get up to later on today. And I do want to change, because I'm wearing one of my hand knit sweaters. I believe this is like my Tonks Togs sweater from the unofficial Harry Potter knits that I made quite a few years ago now, and it's a bulky weight, like 100% wool sweater. It's the first time I'm wearing it in a good while, and I am a bit toasty in it, so I'm going to change back into my PJs and probably start dinner here soon. Good morning, you guys. It is the 2nd, almost 9 o'clock. It's like 8:40 something. I got home not too long ago from dropping Stoic off at his first day of daycare. He did perfectly fine. He was like oblivious to everything. He was just excited, or fascinated with the new faces that he is seeing and being around other babies apparently. But yeah, I just got home. I'm making me some oatmeal for my breakfast. Feeling kind of like I'm missing a limb a little bit because of not having him here, and it's a little too quiet. So yeah, I'm going to be trying to get some chores done. I just unloaded the bottle washer from the bottles that I washed from this morning. I think I loaded it and started it this morning. Yeah. I have a sink. The sink is full of dishes, so I need to do that. And I have to go to the post office. That might be like around a lunchtime type of thing, because in about 10 minutes I'm going to have to pump anyways, because I only have a couple more bags of milk left for Stoic. And I'm defrosting one now for later. So, yeah. I don't know if do I want my body armor now or later? I'll do it now. I got the Blackout Berry body armor. His body armor is good for milk supply when it comes to breastfeeding because of the coconut water. Keeps you hydrated. But yeah, while I'm waiting for my water for my oatmeal to heat up, I'm going to probably load the dishwasher while I'm over here and try to get at least some things done, be somewhat proactive about stuff, or productive, not proactive, about stuff while I have the house to myself. I also still need to video edit, so I might do that as well. But I'm gonna start a video or something because it's way too quiet in this house for my liking. Take my power, leave me out to love. I love the way you make me feel so. Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick update, try to get you on a somewhat stable I have you sitting on the couch, so who knows how stable this is going to be. But I wanted to do a quick update. I got some more stuff done on my focus, like, to-do list. Just realized how crazy my hair looks. I ran to the post office to send my friend Cassie's stuff. We're passing along some baby stuff that we no longer need, that Stoic isn't using anymore, or that we had like extras of. So I sent that over to her, and just had lunch and have been kind of just chilling out for the most part, because I'll probably be leaving here in about 20-30 minutes to head to the store to pick up my medications. I finally got my allergy meds refilled because your girl is struggling a little bit with sinus headaches again. And then to pick up Stoic from daycare for his doctor's appointment. But during the time I'm like watching some YouTube videos, I had put together this crocheted stuffy. It's a stitch. It's part of a kit that I got from Hobby Lobby before we found out what we were having, when we found out we were pregnant. The kit came with the stitch and the scrump stuffy. The pattern is crap. I do not recommend this this kit at all. At least for the stitch anyways, it's crap. I didn't do the work for the ears. I tried to figure out how to do the ears myself, could not figure it out, and then it kind of just gave up on the pattern, honestly, for a little bit, for like a couple of months actually. And my sister tried to attempt to read the pattern to figure out the ears when they were here a couple of weeks ago. She couldn't figure that out, and I ended up taking it, or asking one of my friends from Knit Night, who she is a whiz at crocheting things just by the seat of her pants a lot of the time, to see if she could figure out the pattern, or what it was like, what the ears were supposed to be, or if she could just kind of like wing it to like figure it out, which she ended up doing. So I just sewed the ears on and added these felt stickers. The stickers they're on there relatively okay. Actually, like, just pulling on one of the like eyes, I probably will have to like go back in with fabric glue and like really tack it down. But overall, it's not exactly how I wanted it to come out at just based on the pattern, and like I probably could have done better at like tacking down the ears, but I also had very little yarn left. But Stoic now has a little stitch. Probably will go ahead and give it to him today as a like happy first day of daycare kind of thing. And he's getting his shots today too, so to kind of like soothe that for the shots, even though he's not like, currently he's not really playing with anything. He's in the putting things in his, like, well, putting his hands in his mouth kind of stage, but he's not really grabbing at toys. But I'll probably just go ahead and give this to him and have the socks that I'm making him be like a Valentine's Day gift for him later on. So, but a long overdue project that I needed to get done is finally done. I am actually probably going to go ahead and start wrapping up, turning things off, so I can head out and go to the store and hit that before I have to pick them up.
Don't cry, you'll be fine, you'll stay on mine.
Good morning, you guys. I just got home from dropping Stoic off at daycare. Got me some Dutch Bros for the first time, and it's pretty good. They built this like a couple of months ago, and this is the first time I'm actually trying it, so. But I am struggling a bit this morning. I woke up with a headache. Stoic's also not feeling his greatest because of his shots from yesterday, so I had nursed him a bit before taking him, or like getting him ready for daycare. Went to go take my vitamins and some Tylenol for my headache, and when I went to swallow the last bit of like my vitamins and stuff, it kind of got stuck on the way down, and it more or less kind of made me feel like I was about to get sick. And ever since then, like on the way to and from the daycare, my stomach has been like in knots, like kind of cramping a little bit, and I just feel sick, and my head still doesn't feel that great. So I did pick up my allergy medication refills yesterday, so I'm going to take one of my allergy pills and see if it's maybe like sinus related. And I am going to go lay back down for a bit. So I don't know how much I will actually get up to today, depending on how long I nap. To be honest, Jordan's going to pick up Stoic on his way home today, so I don't have to worry about going to get him. But yeah, I'm just not feeling great. So I'm just gonna go lay down for a bit and maybe check in with you guys later once I actually get up. guys, it is now 3 o'clock. I had made myself lunch about a couple hours ago now. I think it was like around 11 actually. I didn't realize that it was that long since I last updated. Had some ramen, which you would have seen. I'm probably going to make me something else to eat, or at least a snack on here in a minute, because I am getting kind of hungry again, and I also have to pump again. So I am going to do that and put the pump parts together again. I did get my video edited and the start of this vlog started as well, so I only have like 2 things left on my like focus to-do list for the day, which is decorate for Valentine's Day and finally make my no-sew blanket, which I don't know if I'll actually get to the no-sew blanket today, because it is, with it being 3 o'clock, the boys should be on their way home, and I'll want to spend some time with the little one and Jordan as well, so may not have time to do that. And Valentine's Day stuff, I'm not too sure if I will be up to that or not. I might just put things up here and there. Who knows what I'll actually get up to. But I'll probably go ahead and make me a sandwich, get me something to drink, and get myself settled back on the couch again and just kind of chill out for probably the rest of the day, to be honest, because I am feeling pretty tired. Good morning, you guys. It is now Wednesday. Just got home from dropping the bean off at daycare. It is a super rainy day today, so it was interesting trying to get him into the daycare without getting him soaked and juggling him and the umbrella, and ended up forgetting his like cooler of bottles in the car, so I had to trek out to back and forth again to get him that, but I made it home safely. I am probably gonna hop in the shower here in a minute because I need one, and after being out in the rain I also feel like I just want to get comfy and cozy in some clean PJs, and I need to make me some breakfast and set up my planner and journals and probably pump here soon as well. So I don't have very much planned for today. I'm gonna have to just see like what I want to do as my focus items for the day. But yeah, with it being a rainy day, I kind of just don't really want to do much, to be honest. But yeah, I am going to hop off and go take a shower. Good morning, you guys. It is now Thursday. I don't think I've updated since I did clips of me when I finished decorating for Valentine's Day, but didn't really do a whole bunch yesterday afternoon. After I got done putting decorations up, Jordan and Stoic got home, so I spent the pretty much the afternoon cuddling the boy and just watching Jordan play one of his games, and we watched a couple episodes of Bones as well, because I think we're on the last season of Bones right now. But I only got maybe a chapter or 2 read in the middle of the night as well last night. I didn't get a whole lot read, but I did finish Stoic's socks. I do not remember what this the pattern is. I was given a copy of the pattern by one of the ladies at Knit Night because she had made him a pair of like neon green ones of this, and I just used leftover yarn from my socks, which I also cannot tell you what the yarn is because the tag is wound up in the center of this ball. So, and I'm not about to unwind it just to get the tag out. But it's a hand-dyed yarn, fingering merino nylon weight that I'm pretty sure the colorway is Fire Agate. It's based off of a gemstone, which is the reason why I picked it up, because I had it from the Blue Ridge Fiber Festival when I went a couple years ago. And I think it was like one of my first purchases there, at least yarn-wise. I think it was the first thing of yarn that I bought. And yeah, I just really love the way that the yarn had worked up, especially even with my socks too. I noticed it too. It like really worked up really nice. So I am pretty pleased with that, and just in time for it to be a Valentine's Day gift for him. So I'm probably not gonna like actually post about it until I give it to him for Valentine's Day, even though he's not gonna really know the difference. But I would like to at least have a gift for him for Valentine's Day, like each year, even if it's not handmade or not. But yeah, cute little socks, all finished. And I picked up my Heartwood cardigan back up. I had started this months ago with more of this alpaca yarn that I was gifted. I've already made one cardigan with this yarn, and I still have enough to do another. I'm even holding this one double this time because I think the yarn weight that's recommended is a sport weight or something like that, and I don't have a sweater quantity of that. But I had restarted this project many times when I first started it, because you start with the two fronts and the back separately, and then you pick up to knit to connect them into. And for some reason my brain was just not understanding it whatsoever, so I had the hardest time. This is the Heartwood cardigan by Donna Easton from the Interweave Knits, let's see, Spring 2020 issue. And all my knitting magazines eventually end up looking pretty rough and held together with tape, because I work through them, or at least I'm trying to work through my magazine, like knitting pattern library, slowly. So this happens to be the one that I had enough yarn for, so I picked that back up last night and worked on it a bit. So it's pretty easy going, even though there's two charts that I have to kind of keep track of, but overall it's not terrible. And I decided it was another Dutch Bros Day, but I went with their Kicker coffee this time with coconut milk, and their Kicker is an Irish cream. It's pretty good. Also got one of their chocolate chip muffin tops, and I didn't realize that there were muffin tops that keep them like refrigerated, and it's iced too. But I was kind of iffy about how I was gonna like it, because when I hear muffin top, I want it to be like warm, like almost kind of like out of an oven kind of thing, to make it like super gooey. But surprisingly, I actually really liked it cold. I wasn't expecting to really enjoy it cold. I inhaled it on my way home, but I felt like I needed a coffee because I am feeling run down again. I think I figured out why I was feeling nauseous, like super nauseous on Tuesday and a little bit nauseous yesterday morning. It's because I've been taking my vitamins in the morning on an empty stomach, like a dodo. So I ended up having one of my last lactation like protein bars right after I had taken my like vitamins, because I was already starting to feel kind of nauseous after like not even like 10 minutes after taking them. Must be like a coating on one of them that for some reason upsets my stomach in the morning, but it's perfectly fine at night. But if I take it at night, there's a chance there's like, oh, I'll take it later, and then I never end up taking it. So I'm trying to get myself into taking it in the morning and keeping that routine. But yeah, My plans for today, for this Thursday. I really would like to try to make my no-sew blanket that I had bought the kit from when Joann's first announced that they were going out of business, and I bought probably this time last year and have yet to actually get to it. The first obstacle was being I couldn't find my fabric scissors, and now I bought a new pair of fabric scissors, so I have no excuse about why I hadn't made it yet, other than slowly getting rounder and rounder and hard to get up and down. But I have it on my had it on my focus list yesterday. I just didn't get to it, so I'm gonna migrate it over today. So I have some clothes I need to finish and wash our comforter, because Tiger ended up getting sick on our bed yesterday, so I had to throw that in the washer. And probably have to re-wash it because I forgot about it and it's been sitting overnight in the washer, so probably throw in some vinegar in that to get any smell out and then re-wash it. And probably, if not today, maybe tomorrow might be time for me to do our taxes, because it's that time of year. I'm pretty sure we got everything that we need so I can do the taxes, so it should be fun. Yay for the first year of having a dependent. But yeah, kind of thought about maybe playing some video games today, but I kind of am just, the whole week I've been flying by the seat of my pants about what exactly I want to do. It's like, I know I have some chores that I would like to get done while I have the time to do it, and I would probably start beating myself up about it if I just do nothing but kind of sit around and do what I want. I would feel bad if I spent most of the day doing things that are not entirely important, like hobbies and stuff, when there I still have chores and stuff that I could catch up on. So I'm trying not to push myself too much, because I still don't feel 100%, and I'm still technically still healing. But yeah, I feel like I have to at least do something productive. So, but yeah, I'm going to turn on yesterday's episode of Jeopardy and watch that while I drink my coffee and work in my planners. Oh hey, it's me. The woman who said that she feels bad about not getting a whole lot of stuff done and proceeds to not get a whole lot of stuff done. Other than drying the comforter, I had to put it in for another dry cycle because it was still wet. And I put away my clothes and started the bottle washer to wash my pump parts. And called about a hospital bill for Stoic, but that's about as much as I got up to. I have to rephrase some of the stuff in my head, because now that I'm saying out loud, I did get stuff done, but it doesn't also just doesn't feel like I got a whole lot of stuff done. But my main thing about when I picked up the camera to do an update is I finished the ball of yarn for my Heartwood cardigan, and I kind of wanted to just give you an update about how it's looking so far. I'm wanting to say this is about 3 inches of work done so far with just the one ball of yarn. Granted, this is technically more than one ball of yarn. Focus camera. More than one ball used, because I had 3 different ones kind of started, but I just finished the one. I am going to attach this one here soon, but I do need to get up and make me something else to eat. Ever since having Stoic, and one thing I didn't think of with breastfeeding and pumping was just how hungry I am all the time. I just feel the constant need to snack, which is common because you need a lot more calories in regards to pumping and breastfeeding. But it feels like I am in a never-ending cycle of wanting to eat something. So I'm probably going to make me a turkey sandwich, because that's usually my go-to whenever I'm hungry, is to make a turkey sandwich or just some sort of deli meat sandwich. And I need to start the dishwasher, or at least load the dishwasher and get that taken care of while I'm in there. I have been watching some YouTube videos. I've been currently watching from Becca and the Book's newest Shell It or Scrap It video, and just working on the cardigan. I found a middle of the night audiobook available on Spotify, so I could possibly listen to that while I'm knitting later on, once I get to that point. But by the time Jordan and Stoic gets home, which will probably be in another hour, depending on how hungry Stoic is, and if we do a bottle or me nursing him, I might just be underneath a child for a little bit, so I might just end up reading on my Kindle anyways. Who knows? So one thing about, I can't remember if I mentioned this in my life update video or not, but just the way that things have been, and I'm still adjusting to the new life with having him around, I have been really slowing down on my hobbies. I am trying to not have all the things going on at the same time. I may have mentioned this at the beginning of even this vlog, I don't even know, but I am only really focusing on one knitting project at a time, which is why you haven't been seeing really a whole lot of other projects. I have my stack of projects surrounding me right now, but I'm only focusing on one at a time. And I'm also only reading one book at a time. So content on my channel may be pretty slow, and even for witchathon, like so far, like middle of the night is most likely not even going to count for any of the prompts for witchathon. But I am still planning on doing these weekly, like week-long, a little over a week long now, reading vlogs for witchathon, just so I can kind of have just like someone to ramble to and just like give you a peek in what I get up to, even if it's not a whole lot of reading. It's probably more just going to be more life vlogs in general as I get adjusted to this new life and all that jazz. But I do have ideas of things that I would like to have, like specific themed vlogs. I would like to do another Friends Pick My Reading vlog, or Friends Pick My Next reading vlog, because I do still have like the list of picks from my other friends that I still have. It's just whenever I get to those books is whenever I start those vlogs, I guess. But I was thinking about possibly doing other themed vlogs of where my tarot decks pick my reads, things like that, just so I can kind of sort of work in, not necessarily bringing back tarot TBR, because I honestly don't know if and when tarot TBR is going to come back, because I've just been mood reading for the most part for the last year, and with me slowing down on my reading, it's probably best if I don't necessarily bring that back. But all my decks have like a certain vibe to them that even though they go based off of the Rider-Waite deck for the tarot decks themselves, they don't all necessarily mean the same thing, even if the same card gets pulled. It just really depends on the artist and like the maker of the deck. Because I have the Murder of Crows deck, which I get more of a spooky mystery horror vibe from, so it's possible that I might pull out that deck if I'm wanting to go like read a horror phase, maybe like during Halloween or something like that. Who actually knows? But it's like I've been kind of like brainstorming certain ideas about what I would like to get, but I'm having to also kind of rein myself in and try to be more realistic about what I get up to, because yes, I would like to keep up with my hobbies, but I also need to be more aware that I have responsibilities that need to be done. I can't just do my hobbies all day, every day. And especially with me going back to work, my free time is going to be significantly less now. So, and which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And with my like crafting also going to be less, there's going to be probably less things I might end up adding to the Ko-fi shop, which I'll link my Ko-fi shop down below. I do have quite a few things already listed in my Ko-fi shop. I'm terrible about promoting it, but if you are interested in some handmade items, not everything that is in the shop is ones that I've made. I just went through my stash of like handmade things that some of the things that was gifted that I haven't used in years, and since I am constantly making something, I can only hold on and use as so many things. So it's time for those things to get some new homes. And I've also have been going through my books and my comics and listing them on Pango as well. So if you're interested in what I am deciding to rehome, that will also be linked down below. I would also like to get back into doing my makeup eventually, since I am an affiliate or a maven with Cursed Cosmetics, and I've been missing playing with my makeup lately. It's just not a whole lot of motivation, time, energy to be putting into every aspect of my hobby, so I'm just trying to find that happy balance of it, and also just kind of brain dumping on you guys at this point. So I hope you enjoy like my thought process of how my brain is working. So I am gonna get up, make me something to eat, start the dishwasher, and ramble at you guys some other time, I guess. Happy Friday, you guys. I am home. It is almost 10 o'clock. It's like 9:47. I dropped off the boy at daycare and went grocery shopping right after, and I had a pretty bad headache. I took a allergy pill and some Tylenol not too long ago, and finished off my coffee from when I stopped to get gas at the Circle K. And my head's feeling a little bit better, but it's not 100%. So I'm not too sure how much I will be getting done today. I, of course, didn't get around to doing that no-soap blanket last night, but at this point I'm just kind of taking the last bit of time I have just to relax, but I do need to do taxes today, so I might end up doing that here soon after I take a shower. I'm hoping that if I go to take a shower, it will kind of kick the last bit of the headache that I have away. But I also need to pump too, because I'm starting to feel kind of a little sore. And I've just also been kind of feeling a little stressed about my milk supply. It's like I know one of the ways they say you can keep up with supply is by pumping and nursing at a consistent schedule, like every 2 to 3 hours. But after a while, that does kind of hurt, and I don't always have the time or mental bandwidth to have pumps strapped to my chest all the time. And I was telling Jordan last night, it's like ever since Stoic's doctor's appointment, when the doctor had a slight concern with him not being at like a higher weight than what she apparently expected him to be at 2 months, which he's eating fine. He's not acting like any different than he normally is. There are some days where he isn't really wanting to eat as much as before, but I also think that it's just probably due to like growing pains and his stomach not feeling too great. But it's like she wants me to pump every 3 hours, but we're also combo feeding with formula, and like ever since she made the comment of increasing or like pumping every 3 hours, my brain, like something in my brain, I guess, switched and forgot, hey, we also have formula. You don't have to strictly just feed him breast milk, even though it would be nice if he was mostly just breast milk, which at this point it's like I am pumping enough where he is having, I have at least 3 bottles of breast milk sending him, like, with him to daycare. At least the last couple of days I've been sending breast milk with him. But we also have formula, and I tend to like give him at least an ounce or two of formula right before bed because it keeps him fuller longer and helps him fall asleep. And just something about, like, I guess with the way that she was saying it made me worry that I'm just not producing enough. But then I remember I don't have to be producing enough. We have formula for a reason, because he gets more vitamins and minerals sometimes with formula, or at least we know he's getting what he's needed, like with formula. And I'm already struggling enough with trying to remind myself to keep myself like hydrated and fed, well, because I'm so focused on keeping him fed, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like stressful, and I'm already starting to kind of stress about like how I'm going to keep myself like fed when I get to work, because the last few days because I've been so worried about milk supply and trying to keep myself fed and hydrated, I've just like been constantly eating, it seems like, and it's like I'm always hungry. And with me being at work, I'm not gonna have like 24-hour access to food like we're in my refrigerator, and we don't even really have much here to begin with. So I'm already trying to like kind of pre-plan, like thinking about doing meal prep stuff, which is mainly what I like got when I was at Publix, trying to think of things I could have, like get my lunch for the week, and then think of things I can make for breakfast to take along with, because a lot of time I even the only thing I had for breakfast so far is a hash brown and like a handful of potato sticks, because I was so busy trying to get him ready and out the door, I just haven't made me anything to eat. So after I shower, I'm going to get me something to eat and then probably pump, or like pump while I do that, because I have the hands-free one. But yeah, this is just another mind dump for you guys. It's probably also is not helping my head any with me being kind of stressed out. So I don't know. Taxes might not be a today thing if my head's hurting, because I probably shouldn't be sitting it in front of a computer screen when my head's hurting. But yeah, it's one thing I did not miss about when I'm not pregnant, his headaches. Apparently, I had like less headaches and less anxiety when I was pregnant than I did without. So I don't even know if that made any sense. Anyways, focus. I am going to pop off and take a shower, and possibly try to maybe finish reading middle of the night, because I'm almost done. And then one of my friends is streaming, so I might throw his stream on while I just do who knows what. Anyways, I might update you later on what I get up to, if I am feeling up for it. Sorry for the baby in the background, but it's done. Not perfect, but it's done. guys, it is Sunday night, almost 9:30 now. Haven't done a talking update all weekend, but just haven't really been getting up to a whole bunch. I finished Friday Night, Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. Gave it 4 stars. I really did enjoy it. I felt the ending was kind of lackluster a little bit, to be honest. But overall, I did find the storytelling decent. I switched to reading Focus Camera, Focus on Me. I did switch to reading Storm or Swords by George R.R. Martin, the third in the Game of Thrones series. I only got a little bit of the way into that. Just today was a little bit of a rough day because Stoic is having issues spitting up a lot today, so it's been stressing me out. So I just really, the only thing I really got up to is taking care of him and playing a bit of Project Hospital. I got it on sale on Steam for like $10 currently, so I wanted to play that for a bit, but also just trying to relax as much as I can today before I have to go to work tomorrow, which I'm having more mixed feelings about, but yeah, mostly because of just the way that Stoic has been spitting up a lot today. It's got me worried. Not entirely too sure why, so Jordan's probably going to be taking him to the doctor tomorrow just to get him checked out, because I don't know if it's just he's having a bunch of stomach acid that was being built up today, because he was also just kind of fussing a lot in general, or if it's some other issue or not. So I'm just gonna try to get him checked out to cover our bases, make sure everything's fine with him. But yeah, I'm just probably gonna be worried about him for a good while. I don't know how well I'm gonna end up sleeping tonight, to be honest. But yeah, I am probably gonna only be up for a little bit longer, hopefully. Gave him his medicine not too long ago, so I was letting that settle before I try to get him transferred, and I might try to get him to eat a little bit more too before bed, but we will see. And it looks like my battery's about to die, so I'm going to hop off here now. Good night, all. Hey guys, it is Wednesday night now. It's almost 9 o'clock. It's been a couple of days since I last did a talking update. I have just been trying to settle back into a groove at work. I started back to work after being on maternity leave on Monday, so I am still trying to adjust from that. And I have the sleeping child on me. He's been asleep for about a good hour or two, and I'm kind of nap trapped for a little bit. But yeah, other than just going to work, I didn't go to knit night Monday because I just wanted to kind of take it easy and transition my way into getting back into a routine. And it's a good thing I didn't either, because by the time I hit 7-8 o'clock, I was so tired, so mentally drained, that I ended up going to bed pretty early that night and just conked right out. But reading wise, I can't remember if I updated you guys about this already, but I did finish Middle of the Night. I think it was Friday night is when I finished it, and I am reading The Storm of Swords. I have been listening to / reading it for during my pump breaks. Let's see, where exactly I am at. I think I'm about like 47% the way into it. I'm trying to pull it up on my phone. Okay, I would like to go sync to whatever. Okay, it's not going to tell me on here with the ebook, but let me see where I am on the audiobook. 47%. I'm 22 hours and 29 minutes into it right now. But so far so good. It's not going too bad. Still not like 100% like sold into it. Certain aspects of it I'm feeling pretty interested in it, but others not so much. But yeah. I am going to have to get up here in about like 20 minutes to give this guy his medicine and try to get us both switched into ready for bed mode later on. So just wanted to do a quick update since it had been a couple of days since I last talked to you guys. But I will probably close out this vlog tomorrow because tomorrow's the last day of this witchathon round. So I will touch base with you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it's been a few days. I didn't wrap up on the 12th like I was wanting to finish off this vlog, but overall for the readathon, I did finish at least one book middle of the night, and as I was going through the prompts on the story graph challenge, I realized that it actually does fit some of the prompts. So I'm going to bring it up really quick and touch base with you. My first week of back to work has been really what has taken a bunch of my energy, and I have Stoic in the background, so if you hear him, that's why. But just it has taken a lot of my mental bandwidth, so I haven't really gotten up to much of really anything during the last few days, which is why I hadn't done really any updates at all. Because I just ended up coming home like mentally drained and tired, and then having to take care of him and help out with like stuff around the house it's been a bit much. But overall for the readathon, I did get some read in the Storm and Swords by George R.R. Martin. I think I'm about not quite at 50%. I'm like 47% or something like that into it. I started reading it. Went from just the audio to reading it ebook and audio as well to try to see if I can get just a little bit more of it read, especially during times where I don't want to have an earbud in and it's quiet and dark and I can read on my Kindle because it has a backlight on it. So far, I'm reading it a little bit faster than I did with the first Game of Thrones book as the ebook, but it's still going to take me a while to get through it, and that's okay. I'm trying to think of more quality than quantity with my reading this year. But when it comes to middle of the night, the prompts that it ends up fitting for, a book that has a new parent main character or a book with a light source on the cover. The cover of this is of like a neighborhood and you have street lights on it. So it's a light source, so it fits for that. And at the end of the book, the main character technically becomes a new parent. So it in turns fits for this prompt as well, inadvertently. And it also fits for the prompts, the listing for like the themes of the Sabbath: renewal, purification, planting seeds, creativity, and welcoming in spring. Renewal and planting seeds, I would say, because in the end, you kind of get the main character going through a whole growth process of when he figures out what happened to his friend, and kind of plants the seeds of some theories in some people's heads. So I'm kind of like twisting it to try to fit the prompt, and I felt like that was like the best way I could get to that prompt. And then I did end up lighting candles and like decorating for just the holiday in general, and I didn't really do any rituals. I did reflect and plan. I have been working in my planners a lot lately, I'm just trying to get some stuff like planned out for like his Stoic doctor's appointments and things like that. Apparently he really enjoys the fact that I am talking right now. He's just watching me as I talk to you guys. But yes, that's all I have for this reading vlog. I am hoping to at least maybe get a little bit more things read for the month. So far I've only finished 2 books, one of them being a book that me and Stoic had read today. But overall, I'm anticipating it just being a slow month. I went from reading a bunch of mostly kids books and comic books in January to probably barely reading very many like books for February, but that's okay. It's bound to happen with a newborn. But please leave me a comment down below if you made it to the end of this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.